Hi guys, welcome to the Easy to Code channel, and in this video we're going to discuss about the sed commands. So before we go into the commands, let me tell you the purpose of sed commands in brief. So sed is actually a very powerful editing command which can be used for insertion, deletion, search, or replace. By insertion, what I mean is, like, let's say that you want to add a particular word like Unix at the starting of a record. So you can do that using the sed command. By insertion, you can also insert any other word at the end of a record. Let's say you want to add a word Unix at the end of the first record. So you can do that. So that's what the insertion command does. By deletion, it's like, let's say you want to delete a particular record which contains the word leading. So you can do that using the sed commands. Search. So let's say you want to display any particular record which contains the word source. So here we can see that the record 2 and 3 are having the word source. So you can display both the records if they contain source. And replace. So let's say you want to replace any word which is there in a record, and then you want to replace it with another word. You can do that using the sed commands. And also you can also, it can be used for matching the complex patterns which we will see in the following examples. So let's go on to examples now. So starting with the substitution operation, let's say that we have a file new3.txt and it contains these four records, and we want to substitute the word Linux to Unix. So you can do that using the sed command. So S here refers to substitution, and we are going to substitute the word Linux to Unix. Yeah. So here we can see that the word Linux are substituted to Unix. Now you may have noticed that the fourth record contains the word Linux two times. This one is the first occurrence and this is the second occurrence. For the first occurrence, it has performed the substitution and it has substituted it to Unix, but the second occurrence of Linux remains as it is. So actually this is because the command that we have used is going to substitute the word Linux to Unix only for its first occurrence. If you want to perform the substitution for all of its occurrence, then you can add G here. So G here refers to global, and here we can see that it has performed the substitution for the second occurrence also, and it will do the same for third occurrence or the fourth occurrence. Now if you want to perform the substitution operation only for the second occurrence of Linux, then you can do that too. You can add 2 here. So 2 here refers to second occurrence, and it will perform the substitution operation on the fourth record and for the second occurrence of Linux only. So here we can see that the second occurrence of Linux occurs only in the fourth record, and it has performed the substitution operation only on the fourth record, and the first occurrence of Linux in the first, second, and third or fourth record remains as it is. Now if I open the file, so you can see here that we have performed the sed substitution operation a couple of times, but the original file remains as it is. So if you want to store the changes permanently in a file, you can do that by using a redirector. Let me show you how to do that. So redirector. Let's say we want to store the changes in a file new underscore file. Yeah. So it has substituted the second occurrence of Linux to Unix, and it is storing the changes to a file new underscore file, and these changes are permanent now. So if I open the file, yeah, so we can see that the substitution operation is performed and the changes are permanent now. But if you want to store the changes in the same file itself, which is new3.txt, you can do that too. So I want to keep this file, so I have another file. Let me show that to you. So this file new3.txt is actually a duplicate of new3.txt, and we are going to perform the substitution operation and then save the changes in the same file itself. Let me show it. So to save the changes in the same file, you just need to add -i here. So if I open the file now, so now you can see here that for the second occurrence of Linux, it has substituted it to Unix, and the changes are permanent now. So that's how you make a permanent change. But if you want to perform a substitution operation only on specific records, you can do that too. So let's say that I want to perform substitution operation only on the second and third record. You can do that by making a slight change in the command. I want to add, or let's say that we want to perform the substitution operation on the first three records only, and the fourth record remains as it is. Yeah, so here we can see that we gave a range from 1 to 3, and it has performed the substitution operation only on the first three records. And since we don't give 4 here, which we didn't include the fourth record, so that's why there's no operation performed on the fourth record. So that's how you perform the substitution operation only for a specific record. So if we want to so here we can see that although we have performed the substitution operation on only on the first three records, but it is displaying the fourth record as well. So if you want to display only those records on which this substitution operation is performed, you can do that by changing the command to so you can add -p here, and you need to add -n here. So this command will only display those records on which the substitution is performed. Yeah, so you can see that the fourth command is not the fourth record is not displayed, and it is showing only the first three records after substitution. So that's it for the substitution. So to add a word at the beginning of a record which contains the word leading, you can use this command. So here we can see that this sed command searched for a word leading and then added a word leading at the beginning of that record where it is found. But if you want to add a word at the end of a record, you just need to replace the I with a. So it is adding the word leading at the end of a record because it contains that word leading. Now if you want to substitute the entire record and then replace it with another record or a line or a word, then you just need to add c here, and yeah, so here we can see that it searched for a record which contains the word leading and then substituted the entire record with these three words, or you can write the entire record here itself. So that's how you add a word or substitute the entire record. Now to delete the first record, you can use this command. So here we can see that 1D here refers to deleting the first record. If you want to delete the range of records, then you can give a range here. So we are trying to delete the records ranging from 1 to 3. So in this way we are left only with one record, which is the fourth record. If you want to delete all the records, then you just have to type D here. Yeah, so this command is used for deleting all the records. Now if you want to delete a record which contains the word family, then you can do that too. So here we can see that the record that contains family is deleted. So that's how you do the deletion. Now if you want to substitute few words which are there in the middle of a record, let's say we want to substitute words from scripting to to, then you can do that using this command. So scripting is the first word, and then the ending word is to, and in the middle we have given dot star, and we have substituted it with the words is easy to. So that's how you substitute few words, and you can do the same for performing the deletion operation. So it has matched a particular record which has a word scripting and then it ends with 2, and it has deleted that record. So that's why we are not able to see the fourth record now. And if you want to delete, if you want to perform a deletion operation using the wild character, then you can do that too. Let me show you how to use wild characters for deletion. So here we can see that I think first record and the third record. So the first record and the third record are deleted because it contains D as character. So it's only the second and the second and the fourth record which does not contain any D character. So that's how you perform deletion operation using the wild characters. But if you want to perform deletion operation, or if let's say you want to perform multiple operations using a single sed command, so you can do that, but you just have to add like -e here, which says which allows you to add multiple editing conditions. So let's say we want to delete all the records which has D as a character in it, and at the same time we also want to perform substitution operation. Let's say once we have removed all the records which contains D as a character, we are only left with two records, and then we also want to perform a substitution operation on this word family. So So here the letter E allows us to add multiple editing conditions, and that's how the final record looks like. So not only we have performed the deletion operation, but we have also performed the substitution operation using a single sed command. So here -e allows us to add multiple editing conditions. So that's it.